We're on your time today. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Lake Cumberland District Health Department Western County office. We appreciate you all being here with us today. We are all here to honor Dr. Richard Miles, who is our 2023 Lake Cumberland District Health Department Dr. Jose Day Public Health Hero Award winner for this year. In 2022, the District Board of the Lake Cumberland District Health Department established the Public Health Hero Award. And they wanted to do so in recognition of people who have made a significant contribution to public health efforts across the district. And it was not long before the establishment of this award that our dear friend, Dr. Jose had passed away. He was a longtime surgeon in Pulaski County and a local board member there, and also served on the district board for a considerable number of years. But the board decided that that first award, the Public Health Hero Award initially, would go to Dr. Day posthumously. His daughters accepted that last year on his behalf. And then this year, the board decided we would accept nominations from the public for this award. And so those were opened up in February of this year. And we accepted nominations across the district, and we ended up with 25 plus nominations from very qualified candidates across the 10-county area. And of those, the field was narrowed down to about 5. And then of those, a committee selected the winner this year, that is Dr. Richard Miles, and we appreciate his service. This award will be given annually every April across the district. We do it in April because the first week of April is National Public Health Week, and we like to do this to recognize public health contributions and efforts across the county. So without further ado, I guess I should tell you my name. I realize this after I get going every time. I assume everybody knows me, and I realize most of you don't. Sorry. I'm Amy Tomlinson, Director of Lake Cumberland District Health Department. I've been the director for the past almost 2 years now, and before me is Mr. Sean Crabtree, who was here for 20 plus years. You all may well remember his name. He's an icon around here. So I want to introduce you now to Dr. Flodaday's daughters, who are here with us again today. Nicole and Susie are here to say just a very few comments about Dr. Miles and the board in general. Ladies.
I'm Susie Flodday. This is my sister Nicole. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm so honored to be able to be here and see Dr. Miles receive this award. Not only is he a dear friend of Dad's, but he is just such an asset to this community, to the Lake Cumberland area, a true patient advocate. And we are blessed to have such a treasure looking out for us, and we couldn't be more thrilled to be here and want you to accept this award. It's just a true honor.
We have another guest that's going to make a few very brief comments. Scott Thompson, the CEO of Russell County Hospital. Of course, Dr. Miles is a longtime resident here in Russell County and affiliated with the hospital here, so I'll say a very few words.
It's my boss. You notice you put emphasis on very few words. Marching orders. No, appreciate the opportunity to be here and share with our own Dr. Miles this morning in his receiving of this award. Very deserving of that award. And I'll share one brief story that I think sums up Dr. Miles, because he's wearing a different hat for us now. He's worn a lot of hats for Russell County Hospital amongst others, but I think family medicine physician is the hat that he wore the longest and that made the most impact on people here. This just been in the last few months that we were doing a review. It came time to renew our liability insurance that we have the physicians on. So we were going through those, and there's two different kind of listings for physicians, ones that see patients and ones that don't. And we have Dr. Miles listed as somebody seeing patients, which is more expensive. And so I called him and I said, do we need to change this? I think we have it. You're not seeing patients, are you? And he said, well, you know, and cats, my point in saying that is, he is a hero to a lot of people in this county from a patient-physician perspective, and there are still so many people that look to him as their physician. And he doesn't tell people no if they need something, so we wanted to do it legally. And just so you know, we left him on we didn't change his liability insurance. But even in serving in the role as chief medical officer for us, and he helps us so much with our physicians and nurse practitioners. But also, I know that people still look at him, even some of their own physicians look at him for advice and consultation in their own medical care. I know that there are so many people in this community who he's made an impact in their lives, and even people now who maybe second and third generation are looking to him. So couldn't be a person more deserving of the award, and we're just proud that he's still a part of Russell County Hospital. So congratulations.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about Dr. Miles. And first I'm going to start by reading the official nomination that was made for him. I'm leaving this anonymous. The nomination is, of course, I have the name, but this is an anonymous nomination. Dr. Miles has practiced family medicine in Russell County for over 40 years. Besides being an excellent family physician, he was chosen as Citizen Doctor of the Year in 2010 by the Kentucky Academy of Family Physicians. Dr. Miles has held many prestigious positions, including Chief of Staff for Russell County Hospital, Chairman of the Drug Formulary Advisory Committee, President of the Kentucky Academy of Family Physicians, Associate Professor for both University of Louisville and University of Kentucky, and he continues to teach medical students. Most recently, he has shown exemplary support of the Lake Cumberland District Health Department and Public Health Initiatives. He is involved and interested in the needs of the community. He understands the role of public health and is always willing to be a supportive and strong voice for what is in the best interest of the community. He is essential in the dissemination of information regarding opioid addiction and the establishment of harm reduction services in the Lake Cumberland District. His expertise and experience are an invaluable resource as a Board of Health member for both the health department and the community. He acts as a voice of persuasion and common sense. It's your official nomination. Dr. Miles. Some of the awards that Dr. Miles has received in his career, I just thought are fitting of a mention here today, because you can see this list of things, the importance that he has in the lives of the people that he touches. So, as was previously mentioned, he's Kentucky Citizen Doctor of the Year 2010. He has won the Kentucky Public Health Association Russell E. Teague Award for significant contributions to public health. That was in 2019. Kentucky Academy of Learning Physicians Distinguished Service Award in 2019. He's been named a Family Medicine Boundary Breaker for Syringe Exchange Program efforts in 2021. And he was named the Hall of Fame Russell County Chamber of Commerce in 2021. So he has a varied path. It's not just medical, it's truly community service and community minded, and I appreciate that in you. When I was thinking of words to describe you and things to say about you, 3 words came to my mind that I was very fond of. One of them is giving, because I always consider you a very giving person to others. Professionally, of course, listing those accomplishments with the fact that you teach students, you mentor, you precept, you do all the things for students. You're always giving of yourself, and I appreciate that. To your patients, of course, you're giving, as mentioned by Mr. Thompson, just everything, anything that they need, they can always come to you and ask, and they realize that. As a public health director, you were on the search committee 2 years ago that identified me as a candidate and selected me to be the director of the health department, and I appreciate that. You've been an available mentor for me when I have questions or need advice. I always know that I can come to you for your wisdom, and I appreciate that. One thing that everyone may or may not know about you is that I consider you a giver of second chances to the substance use disorder community. Through the harm reduction efforts and the things that we've been able to do at the health department, there are people who have a second chance at their health and their life and recovery because of the things that you've been able to push forward and educate people on, and we appreciate that. The other word, of course, I said there was 3 words, giving and advocate, and I think that the Plaza Day ladies use that same word too, a patient advocate. You're a staunch supporter of the health department in general. You've been on our board for 10+ years, locally and at the district level, and you have always supported the public health initiatives we've taken on and our staff. You have been an employee first board member and always put the wellness and the well-being of the employees ahead of about anything. And our staff is deeply appreciative of that. I'm sure your own staff in your own practices over the years have been appreciative of that. The last word that I would use to describe you is an educator. And a lot of times people in the medical field may not feel, that role as an educator. They may feel more of a healer or a mender. You take on the role of treatment. But in your role, especially with the health department, you have educated district board members, elected officials, politicians,
Oh, who's saying
community
educated,
members.
said educated.
There have been a wide variety of audiences that you have reached out to and been able to teach and to educate and to bring up to speed on current issues and help them to see the value in some of the things that we do. Those people, I know, the elected officials, the people I'm talking about, respect your opinion across the 10 counties. And because of your role as a medical provider and your history of service to the community, they value your opinion. You are a trusted individual in many circles, and I just want you to know that. At this time, Dr. Gil Phillips is our current chair of our board for the district office. If you wouldn't mind taking that board back, we will actually make the floor, and then I will turn the mic over to you. We're not giving your mic, but I'll let you make any comments you want to make.
Dr. Miles, I feel honored to serve on the district board of health with you for a few years, and I also consider you a mentor and an educator in that area. And before that, I served the health department as a provider in the local county, so I knew of your work for many years and how much you've given to the community and how much your patients have given. So I'm very honored to do this for you.
First of all, the word doctor means teaching. That's what it's always been, and that's something I learned early on. To teach patients to take care of themselves. That's a lot better than just a physical prescribing something. First and foremost, I want to introduce my wife, Terry. She's going to hate me for this because she hates to be in the limelight. But we've known each other since I was 14 and she was 10. We will soon celebrate our 47th anniversary in June. if she can put up with me for 3 more months. I could not have been the doctor that I was able to be if Terry hadn't kept the home fires burning and done the most in raising our fantastic children. This award, my accolades are as much hers as they are mine. I owe her much and want her to know that she's loved and appreciated. So I've just embarrassed the living heck out of her. And as most of you know who know me, unfortunately, I'm not a man of few words. However, I will try to make this succinct and focused. Being chosen for the 2013 Dr. Hussein Falazadeh Public Health Hero Award is an honor at so many levels. First, to receive an award that's named after my colleague and good friend, Dr. Falazadeh, is humbling. We worked together at U of L before I ever came to Russell County, and he was gracious enough during the times that Russell County Hospital did not have a surgeon to accept my patients and transfer, even at times to come to Russell County Hospital to take care of them. We sat next to each other at district board meetings for many years, served on the executive committee for many years, and as I said, agitated many people as we advocated. And he or I made a motion to increase the pay or give the bonus to the employees, and the other one seconded it all the time. So he was a man that I truly looked up to, and he was a friend. This award is a great honor. Secondly, it's an honor to be recognized by Lake Cumberland District Health Department. I'm aware of other health department systems. I have family and friends who've served on their boards. I've been to other health departments in meetings. In my opinion, we have the best health department in the state. We are innovative. We're at the forefront of public health, even during times when we were underfunded and serving underfunded and unfunded mandates. I believe the reason for that success is that we have employees and board members that are typical of the people in our region. I'm from Louisville, but I now consider this our region because I've been here longer than I lived up there. So this is home now. But I believe the reason for that success is that they care about each other. Our employees and staff lead by example, make it easy to care about what happens to public health of the population of the Lake Cumberland region. Whatever I've done to improve that, the staff has been given guidance and encouragement. That same staff did the yeoman's work during the COVID crisis. They worked long hours, and despite frequent verbal abuse from those that they tried to help, they provided the best of the ever-changing care and recommendations for COVID, and they are the true heroes. The third level of honor is that I've tried to do what my family medicine professors taught me in the residency. Dr. William Vonderhaar, Dr. James Curfey, and Dr. Rob Steiner taught me that caring for the patient is important, but to care for the individual in the best manner, you must care for the community. They taught me that more people's lives have been saved by a good sewage system and garbage collection than all the physicians that ever lived. I accept this honor standing on the shoulder of those giants in family practice in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I love that I'm receiving the Hero Award. Joseph Campbell, in The Hero with 1,000 Faces, described the hero's journey. You're in the regular world, you feel chosen to travel to an unfamiliar world where you're broken down, mentored, and torn apart. Then the hero returns to the familiar world to serve the people. On Good Friday, that sounds familiar. My medical school and residency broke me down and humbled me and mentored me. My many years in practice, staying awake with minimal sleep, working long hours while watching the plagues of illness and the injury harm my patients was my journey. And I was led by Dr. Campbell's concept that made it worthwhile the journey by calling to help the people. I was raised by Union Democrats. I'm far from my roots. They were smart men, but my father had an 11th grade education and my grandfather had a 3rd grade education due to life circumstances. They taught me that every little man is worthwhile and just as important as the big wigs. I see the health department as it works to make sure the restaurants are clean, sewer systems function, water plants are doing the job, immunization and diabetes education are helping to improve health. That's the epitome of my favorite line from my favorite movie, George Bailey said, "This rabble that you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Is it too much to ask them to live and die in a room, a couple of decent rooms and a bath?" Sorry about that, I love that movie. I realize that to consider myself a true hero is self-defeating. You see, I'm not a hero. by receiving this award for one brief moment, it touches my heart for the desire to be that person that he wrote. I can never thank you enough for this honor and this award. Thank you.
That will conclude our service reception today. We have refreshments over there that are good. Please spend some time and shake Dr. Miles' hand, congratulate him, speak with him, wish him well. Thank you all so much for coming out today and supporting health department and Dr. Miles and his award. Thank you all.
So let me cry.